Welcome to Basement MTG with me, a nerd in his basement. In this video, I'm going to test a 4-color deck against the self-playing deck, Battle the Horde. This particular deck has all colors except red, and it is essentially just my Phyrexian deck. All the creatures in the deck, I do believe, are Phyrexian or deal with something related to Phyrexians. Utilize incubator tokens, an artifact that you can pay 2 to flip it into an artifact, or a Phyrexian token, with a certain amount of counters on it, which we'll see here in a minute. So let's get it rolling. It is a little tricky sometimes to play 4 and 5 color decks against the Horde. If you've seen some of the other videos with the Horde, it does do its job. So if you don't get going quick enough, it can just end you. I'm going to play a Blossoming Sands and gain 1 life. With the Horde, you play 3 turns before the Horde starts to go. And good, I got a forest, which means I will have all 4 lands I'm going to need. I'll play a forest. Ooh. Play a swamp. I'm going to play a Glissa Sunslayer. It's a 3 mana, 3/3, first strike, death touch. Deals combat damage to a player. Can draw a card, lose a life, destroy an enchantment, or remove 3 counters from a permanent. And it's the nice fancy art. Alright, so a 2/2, and then when a Minotaur attacks, it gains Death Touch. Well, I have first strike, Death Touch, so I'm going to go ahead and block, killing the 2/2. This right here is a good start for this deck, getting this out this quick, so hopefully can do alright this game. 4 lands now. And why not? I will play a Johnny Sleeper Agent. It is one of the completed Planeswalkers, but I'm not going to be paying 2 life. I can pay the plains and the forest, and oh wait, hold on now. Now that I'm looking at this, I don't think I can do that without paying 2 life, because I only have the option of 1 plains in a forest or 2 forest, which is what's great about the completeds. So I will pay the 2 life. Excuse me. And then just pay the 3 mana. And let's see, what do I want to do? I'll +1 it. To reveal the top card of the library. If it's a creature planeswalker, put it in my hand. Otherwise, put it on the bottom. And it is a creature, so I'll put it in my hand. And I'll end turn. The Horde will go. It's a 2/2/3s, tapped and attacking. All the Minotaurs except the 5/4 have haste and attack each turn if able. So I'll block 1 with the 3/3 first strike, a death touch, and then take 2. Alright, this time I will play a Necrogen Rot Priest. It's got Toxic 2. Meaning if it deals damage to a player, they get 2 poison counters. Whenever a creature you control with Toxic deals combat damage to a player, that player gets an additional poison counter. So I guess that thing would be giving him 3. And let's see, all +1. This is an enchantment aura. Necrogen Communion. Gives a creature Toxic 2. And if it dies, you can return it to the battlefield under your control. But since it's not a creature, Oh, it says I may put on the bottom of my library, which I think I'm going to, because I would like to sift through to get some more lands here. I'm kind of running on these 4 lands. And I am going to attack with Glissa that way. So it goes right to the Horde, right to the deck. These are all creatures. They go right to the graveyard. But since I did combat damage to a player, I'm going to draw a card and lose a life. I'll try to get into that land, which I did not. Alright, Horde goes. Basically gives a menace. So I got a 3-2 and a 2-3 menace. I just attacked this turn, of course, this last turn, so I only got 1 to block with, so I'm going to be taking 5. And I drew into a land, that's good, except it does come in tapped. Sandsteep Citadel. It's going to add one of the 3 colors that I need out of the 4 in this deck. But that's alright, because I still have some stuff I can play. Now this card doesn't really work for the Horde. I'm not going to necessarily do it this way, but each player can't cast more than 1 non-Phyrexian spell each turn. Non-Phyrexian creatures enter the battlefield tapped. So I'll have them enter the battlefield tapped, but I'm not going to have it only be 1 card off the top. I'm still going to do the normal Horde 2 cards off the top. And I'll +1 to look at the top. It's a land. I'm going to keep that on top. And then I'm just going to end turn, let the Horde go. So this will enter and tap then. Oh, and it doesn't really matter because a sorcery was drawn that does 3 damage to each creature. So it kills off the Horde, but unfortunately takes these 2 with it, leaving me with just my little 1/5. Alright. Play Terramorphic Expanse. And before I sack it to search for anything, I'm going to play Vorinclex. Trampled Reach, 6/6. When it enters the battlefield, search for 2 forest cards, reveal them, put them in my hand, and shuffle. So since I'm already searching my library for a couple forests, I was going to wait, so I'll sack the Terramorphic Expanse. I think I'm going to go with an island just because I don't have 2 of those out. Never know when you might need more than 1. Oops, and I need to get my forest too. That was the whole point of that. All right. There we go. Those go in my hand. Already played land this turn with the Terramorphic Expanse. Then, let's see. All -6 at Johnny. To get the emblem, whenever you cast a creature or planeswalker spell, target opponent gets 2 poison counters. So we can start trying to just take out the Horde with poison. So I'll attack with the 1/5, which it's not infect, so it still does the 1 damage, but then I believe it does. Yeah, combat damage, then they also get 2 poison counters, and if a creature I control toxic deals combat damage to a player, they get an additional 1, so this will have 3 poison counters. Flip over the Horde, it's a 4/1 that will get destroyed at the end step, and a 3/2. So just to get rid of both of them, I'm going to go ahead and take the 4 and block the 3. So then they're both gone anyway. Go down to 7. Play my forest. I am going to play Phyrexian Missionary with the kicker cost, so it's a 2/3 lifelink. If it was kicked, I can return a creature from my graveyard to my hand and return Glissa, Sunslayer. Play that. That's 2 creatures played, which puts this up to 5, then 7. Poison counters. So then technically, you can just attack with Necrogen, Rot Priest, put it up to the 10 poison counters and have it win. Now, most likely in a game that I would normally play against my friends in a multiplayer game, a 1-5, there's not too many instances where that's going to be getting through at this point in the game. Not to say that it couldn't. I also do have a Putrefy that could also help getting it through to some people, but technically I've won this game with poison counters. Play like just a couple plays to see what's going on here. The Horde has not got an artifact, which makes it draw more cards to hoard up a little more. That's making it a little easier to deal with the Horde. These are just 2/2/2s. It can be blocked. And my next draw would have been Grafted Butcher, giving Phyrexians +1/+1. Other Phyrexians. When it enters, Phyrexians gain Menace. So as you can see, it all just deals with Phyrexians. We got the old Elish Norn. Different Glissa. This one's got that incubator tokens I was talking about. This is an awesome card for that kind of thing. At combat, you just get to choose to either make an incubator, transform them all, give Phyrexians First Strike Death Touch. That was, I guess I have 2 of them in my hand actually. So anyway, it looks like this deck's working pretty good. Pretty good test. If you liked watching this video, getting this deck tested against Battle the Horde, make sure to check out the other videos that will be going over the contents of this deck and also testing it against the other self-playing deck to defeat a god. As always, thanks for tuning in, and we'll see you on the next one.